Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Collectively, today was just a good day on General Hospital where we learned a lot of information that now suddenly so many things make sense now. So let's get right into it. So Michael and Rosalie have a little meeting at the Quartermaine house, and Rosalie gives Michael something that he requested from the office, and since he's staying home to spend time with AJ because it's Sabrina's day off, and then Rosalie makes a little dig at Sabrina, but whatever. Michael Mosley. Good one. Okay, so Michael asks Rosalie if she can talk to Nina to get Franco to give up the shares of ELQ, since she and Nina had a relationship prior to this whole situation. And Rosalie is trying every way possible to get out of it, but it's not working. So Michael basically hands her a bunch of money to offer to Nina on ELQ's behalf, and then Nicholas calls Rosalie and says that they have to set up a meeting with Franco, and Rosalie says that they need to meet because she has something to tell him. I wonder what that could be. Speaking of Nina, Nina is sitting in the Metro Court going to order something at the restaurant, and Olivia comes over and kicks her out and says that her and Franco's time extorting her is over. So Olivia tells Nina, because Nina's like trying to get like all smart alecky, like, you know what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. So Olivia tells Nina that Julian already knows about the baby and the free ride's over, and then Olivia also tells Nina that she's sorry. Olivia also tells Nina that the baby passed, and Nina says that she's so sorry to hear that and that she understands because she lost a baby herself. And Olivia has like all the self-control in the world not to smack her or say something about that, but Olivia just kind of lets it go. And then Rick comes up to the table and says he's Nina's husband, and Olivia's basically like all of us, like. And then Olivia says that Rick isn't welcome there either and they need to leave. And Rick says that she can't refuse service to someone because she doesn't like them. You know, this isn't Indiana. And I was like, General Hospital, I love you so much. Like, you don't even know the love I have for General Hospital. And Olivia's like, okay, whatever, but your wife racked up quite a bill between her and her old boyfriend, so now you're on the hook for that. And Nina, once Olivia leaves, then Nina and Rick are talking, and Nina roundabout asks him, like, makes a statement that, like, he has the money, he can cover it, right? Like, she, like, kind of roundabout asks him, and he's like, yeah, I totally can, but from what I hear, so could you. And that's when Nina, like, like, the wild animals, their, like, ears perk up, and that's when her, like, ears perked up. Good analogy. So Rick makes it very clear he knows exactly who she is and what kind of money she has access to, and that, and she's like, yeah, but I can't touch it, the state has it. And he's like, well, I can help you with that because custodian and husband and blah blah blah, all this legal jargon. I took a year of legal terminology. That obviously paid off well. Okay, so then he talks about community property and what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours, and it's just such a shame that then their lunch had to cut short because they spent too much time talking and not enough time eating. Like, that lunch couldn't have been more than 15 minutes, like, in total, so whatever. So then it cuts away and we see Olivia, and she's on the phone with Ned, and they're talking about the baby, and she's talking pretty loud, and I would not talk about this baby in public at all if I were her because of the game they're playing, because she says some pretty incriminating things that if anyone overheard, it would not be good news for her. Speaking of a totally different person, Franco. So Nathan and Maxie are in bed with each other sleeping, and Franco's in the room filing his nails with Maxie's nail file. Gross. So, and Nathan and Maxie wake up because Franco's whistling, and it's just a cute little exchange. And then they see him sitting in their room. Nathan, like, throws him up against the wall. I'm like, okay, creeper, and Maxie calls him, like, an uber creep, so same wavelength. And Maxie's upset that Franco's in the room watching them sleep, obviously. And she's like, this is so inappropriate. What if I didn't have anything on? And he's like, it's okay, Maxie. It's nothing I haven't seen before. And Nathan's like, so Franco talks about how what happened between them happened so long ago, he felt like a different person. And then Maxie explaining it to Nathan, says that he rolled into town all cool and mysterious. It was like we had our own special guest star. Love it. Love it. Anyway, so Franco tells Nathan, so whatever, the whole thing kind of gets, like, whatever, you know, talked about. It's done and over with. Nobody holds anything against anyone, obviously. But Franco tells Nathan and Maxie that he believes that, first he tells them that Nick and Nina, Rick and Nina, not Nick, that's not a name, so that they got married, and Franco tells Nathan and Maxie that he believes that Rick's after Nina's money, and calls Nathan Mr. I'm finally wearing some pants. But dude, you broke into their room, so can't really complain about people not wearing pants, just saying. So Maxie kind of agrees with Franco, because now that Nina has a husband who's a lawyer, the state won't need to hold on to her money anymore. And after talking it out, Nathan decides that he'll handle it and takes Franco out of the picture and then kicks him out of the room. So then Nina and Franco run into each other at the Metro Court, and Nina tells Franco that the baby passed. And Franco's like, oh, I'm actually really sad to hear that. But then, this is where it gets interesting. So Franco's like, well, where is your husband now? So, of course, General Hospital, they cut to Rick, and he's at the jail, and he's, like, going to visit a client. And he gets on, like, the phone, and, like, there's a prisoner across from him. And he says, sorry for the delay. I didn't want your, like, something about I wanted to make sure your daughter wasn't suspicious, and then we see who the prisoner is, and it's Madeline Reeves. So suddenly, this whole thing makes sense. Rick is working for Madeline, and this is how he's going to get her money back. All the sense was made. All of it. Like, I saw that, and I was like, oh, finally, like, I don't have to be confused anymore, you know, because this whole thing, it was like, what's Rick getting out of this? What's Rick's motivation? Well, now we know. I'm happy. I can move on. At Windermere, Lulu comes over to talk to Nicholas, and Nicholas is looking over the ELQ files and says that it's going to be so much easier now that Nina and Franco have the shares, because it's a lot easier to access them. And Lulu's bothered that Valerie, obviously Lulu doesn't know any of that. That's like internal, whatever. It's before she walked in the room. So Lulu's bothered that Valerie is going to work with Dante. One second. So Lulu wants Nicholas to make a donation to Sloane or do something to have influence over him so that he won't hire Valerie. And Nicholas tells Lulu that bribing Sloane to do something won't help because Sloane's been fired. And she's like, I was just at the station and they didn't say anything about that. And he's like, well, it literally just happened. And she's like, well, then how do you know? So Nicholas lies and says that Lomax came over looking for campaign contributions, and in order to get in good with him, she gave him like inside information. So then it kind of whatever, they move on, and Lulu's annoyed at herself for being jealous, and she's like kind of ashamed herself that she would even ask this. And then Lulu gets a call that Luke is gone. Dun dun dun. So she's worried that the treatment isn't working and that something is wrong. Anna and Sloane also have a conversation today. So Sloane tells Anna that Lomax fired him, and Anna blames herself for getting Sloane fired, and he says he's not going to let Lomax get away with firing him, and he knows exactly a way to bring her down. So then Anna asks Sloane what he has on her, and he tells her that he knows for a fact that the mayoral election was rigged. So Anna decides to give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a pass because she's crossed the line and she's in no position to judge. And Sloane admits that he rigged the election in Lomax's favor so that he could dethrone Anna. And she points out that he can't bring down the mayor without bringing down himself. And then she also makes a point that it would just be his word against Lomax's, and he would get written off as a disgruntled employee. So it's a shame there's nobody else who could corroborate any of this. And then Sloane tells Anna that Nicholas Cassadine was involved in fixing the election. Dun-dun-dun. At the police station... Oh, can I just tell you that my phone... Can I also just tell you my phone auto-corrected Cassadine till Castledome? Can you see that? Nicholas Castledome. Yeah, I know. I have like 5% and 6% on this, so we gotta go. At the police station, the DNA results are in, and I can't wait to find out. Although my mom came up with this great theory that since Silas works at the hospital, he could skew the DNA results. And, so Denise, or whatever, mentions, so she doesn't want the DNA results open, and she mentions how she watches Southwest General, where they fake DNA results, and it's kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. And then Denise, Ava, whatever, is desperately trying to delay them, and it's looking really, really suspicious, and she says they can't open the results yet because her lawyer isn't there. You know, the woman with the mustache, and Julian and Alexis walk up, and Alexis is like, yeah, I guess she's talking about me. So then Julian and Sonny have a little bit of a standoff, and Lucas says that according to the DNA test, that she is not Ava Jerome. And Lucas says enough of the markers matched so that she's a close she's a close relative to Ava, like immediate family close, but she isn't Ava. And then Delia shows up and says she can clear all of this up. Crazy Friday. Is it Friday? It must be a Friday. Yep, it's a Friday. So I hope you enjoyed today's General Hospital recap. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you could check out the link, we're in the last final days of the Indiegogo campaign, so if you could donate, or if you can't donate, if you could share, it would mean a lot to me. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye! No, I'll see you Monday for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye! Again.